Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Empyrean Galactic Survival Weekend Tea Addled building. Now, today I'm going to be finishing off the RE2. Wow, no. The Reaper 2. Thank you very much. The Reaper. The Reaper 2, RE2. The Reaper made for RE2. Look, my brain's not working well because I am delegated to working at night again. Yeah, just love it. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that because it makes me very, very salty for the reasons for having to do that, but I am going to go back and look through this. So, I have had a couple of people give me feedback on the current state of this BP. Don't worry about all that stuff back there. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm actually going to go ahead and respawn this outside of render range of that insanity because, yeah, that's not great. So let's go ahead and teleport over there to some place where we're not loading in absolutely everything. Oh, okay, that's not far enough away. Maybe other side of the planet. just great. It's just great, I know. Okay. How about over here? Yeah, this is good. Okay. Just start up a new one. Okay. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in the spawn pad, or the Sigma white. I could do the black one, but I'm gonna do the white one today. Okay. Now that that's spawned, we're gonna go ahead and spawn in the latest version of the Reaper. I don't know if this is the latest version or not. I might just have to go back over and get it. Yeah, it's the latest version. Okay, we're good. I know it's the latest version because I did some extra block work over here. Yeah, I add those little bit extra glowies there, and yeah. Anyways, so a couple of issues have been brought to my attention, and that there is no pitch whatsoever. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pitch. Yeah, that's 0 degrees. Yeah, that's really bad. I want to check something else. Let's take a look at the pitch on the vanilla or the vanilla version. I know it's not exactly the same, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. Never mind. It's an improvement. Never mind. Wait, hold on. Did I actually turn the thrusters on? No, that might be part of it. Oh my god, what the heck did I do to this thing? So I went from that to this. That's bad. What changed? I think it's just the sheer amount of armor that I put in it. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look. Okay, statistics. Where's the weight? 148. Don't tell me this is going to be like 300 or something. Wait, 148 to 19? That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, that's different. Statistics. Oh, I was looking at the wrong stat. 36.8 versus what? That's less? Okay. How is that less? I mean, it's only about like 3K less, but how is that less? I don't know. I think it's because we stripped out all of the thrusters. Like, I stripped out a crud ton of thrusters, so there's only one back and one forward, and yeah, don't worry about the blind, going blind there. That's just something to do with how I built this. I think the reason we don't have pitch is because the pitch thruster is not far enough back. And the way you can tell that is if we go to debug and show center of mass is right there. This thruster is only 5 blocks behind the center of mass when it should be right about here. Which is not great, but how the heck could I put it back there? Can I put it back into this slot? Yeah, I could put one into that slot. So the way I have this set up currently, and if I remember correctly, that's the thruster for down. These are the thrusters for up. So if we add thruster, let's go ahead and just get the I'm just gonna grab the biggest thruster I have. Plasma drive thruster. I don't know which is which, to be honest. And let's just sort that by CV. Antimatter drive thruster, plasma drive thruster, and ion drive thruster. Oh, look, if you want to upgrade it, if you want to upgrade these thrusters, go ahead and upgrade them. I will not be upset. But I do need to... Surely that's enough room for a thruster. It's not. Okay. Undo. So we need to go ahead and rip that out. I think if I do that, it'll be fine. Let's undo. And I'm keeping those lines over there just for the simple reason that, well, it just is what it is. 3, 1, 2. Can I put that there? No, I can't put that there. Okay, what's up here? Okay. What if I remove that? Nope. That can't be removed. Can I go ahead and rip that out? Well, yeah, I can. But I'm not going to be happy about it, but I can do it. Okay, there we go. So if I put an up thruster there, what does that do to the pitch? Roll. Plus 11 degrees. Speed. Yaw. Where's pitch on here? Pitch. Pitch is negative. That is weird. Okay, hold on. Let me just rip out all the thrusters because I have a feeling I'm just missing something blatantly obvious here. You get lost. I should have had symmetry plane on when I'm doing this, but let's go ahead and do this properly. So I don't need two of those generators, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. This ship is huge. No, I don't know what I just got rid of, but I don't want to mess up symmetry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of those. And let's start doing this properly. So let's go ahead and turn off show center of mass. I don't care. Let's go to symmetry. Okay, we've got symmetry plane back on. I have a feeling that I just screwed the pooch on this for dumb reason, but okay, so that's up thrust, and that does nothing to pitch whatsoever. I'm wondering if it's just because they aren't strong enough thrusters whatsoever. So let's do ideal use case. Let's check ideal use case first. Plus 16 degrees. Okay. Let's try down here, up here. Plus 4 degrees. Okay, well, that's cruddy, but whatever. Okay, let's just put a block there. I'm just testing things right now. I'm not gonna stick to this, I don't think. Can you place, please? Can you not be a pain in my butt in place? Fine. Are you gonna place now? Yeah, you're gonna place. Okay. Still plus 4. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the placement of the thrusters right here doesn't do anything to the build. So we're gonna go ahead and destroy this, because I'd rather just respawn it than mess with it again. Really, oxygen tank, bug, I don't, anyways. Let's try this again. So let's spawn this again, and now that I know what the problem is, I can work on fixing it. Okay, so these glowy bits, probably gonna have to go. This section here, those are quantums, so I don't want to put the thrusters there. Can I just embed them in this area? No, there's a torque thruster there. I can't put it. Okay, well, we're just gonna work on the internals then. So let's go ahead and get the symmetry plane back out. And what we're gonna do is start ripping out junk from the internals. Getting rid of the junk in the trunk. Fuel tanks, don't care. Get lost. So we're gonna start ripping out anything that is detrimental and is not necessary, and that includes this area right here, because I'm just not going to worry about it. And I should have done this ahead. I should have done this before. I should have just done this. Okay. Hit that, and now we can see what I can see what I'm working with. That is deco block, so I'll go ahead and leave it for the moment. That is a decoy generator I forgot about. Let's get rid of that. That is hull block. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that as well. And we're deleting everything that was around that particular one to save some, that's carbon. Of course it's carbon. To save some weight. I can always reinforce this again later. It's fine. I'm going to put that there and just clean this up a bit. Just so that we can see. There we go. I didn't mean to get rid of that piece, but that's alright. I mean, it's not that hard to replace that block, so it's, yeah. Okay. That's been re-added. Let's make sure I copy the right blocks. Can't go there, but we'll leave it open anyways. I'm going to go ahead and cut this section as well, because that's just more deco stuff that I don't need to worry about. Okay, now we have more room to work in here. What is back there? Oh, just a wireless extender. Okay. Okay, so the idea here is to get up and down thrusters as far back into the frame as possible. Or as far back into the superstructure as possible. And we might have to just cut out the quantum placement stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. That's lag shot stuff for a reason that I'm not going to go into. And I'm not really worried about it at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out. And we're going to cut it back to about there so that I can see what I'm doing. I can move the quantum components in a bit, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I don't know what that cut up there, and I don't really care. I'll figure that out later. So what we're going to do is just clear out as much room here as possible. Ah, crud, I'm cutting into that. Oh well. Okay, so I can't cut in. I can't go. Can I go forward there? Yeah, I can go forward there. It's fine. That is a ox. Dang it. I don't need to cut that at the moment. Let's just go ahead and clean this up a bit. I can always fill this back in later. That I don't know how I'm gonna fix, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So what is in front of this? Okay, so in the line all the way up to the front, this is not an issue. These are just hallways, and it looks like ammunition controllers, which I'm gonna have to destroy again. Let's just replace blocks that. DI help replace blocks. When you're overhauling a ship, it is always good to do a it's always good to do a replace blocks command, and I really wish this analytics collector message would just go away. Elion, if you're watching this, please remove that spam. You know what, I'll have to put in a bug report for that tomorrow just so that they can remove it. Anyways, replace blocks. Entity ID is 1112. That's gotten from the DI command up there. Source block name is container extension large. I think I spelled that right. And then we're just going to put a 0 behind it, and it has removed all the container extensions. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that for the moment because I'm not going to deal with it. I can copy that back in when I get a chance. I'm going to push this deco block stuff back a little ways, so I'm going to make sure to do that as well to give me a little bit of extra room. I don't know what I'm going to do with this block shaping here, so I'm just going to get rid of it. That is mirrored. No, it's not. I don't care. We'll figure that out later. I know this looks really rough, but this is how this goes. It's just how stuff like this goes when you're going in and replacing stuff. It's not great, but it is what it is. Okay, so the ideal placement for this is not in line with these shield components. Because, okay, fire is going to be coming in. Well, hopefully there's enough nose tanky not to get to that point, but we'll see. Do I still have the... Well, I mean, you've got these thrusters that'll go first anyways. It's fine. Advanced Warfare Concepts 101 with Akiva. Or the clipping simulator with Akiva. I'm not really sure where I want to go with that. Let's see here. What is the pitch now? Plus 10 degrees. Acceptable. Alright. Now that's done. Can I get away with doing this way? Or is it... Oh god, it's in the hallway. You know, I might just redo this hallway. I don't want to have to redo this hallway, but I might have... But I will. Can I do... No, that's up against the thruster. Can I push that thruster back one? No, I can't. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. Let's take a look. No, no, I can't, because that's, the hull right there. Okay, let's go ahead and start refilling this back up. First things first, we're going to get a glob of combat steel around these thrusters. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to pull that. Cooperate blocks, please. Thank you. Going to pull that down one past the thruster. Well, I guess it's past the thruster up here, which means that I didn't place the thruster right. Okay. I didn't place the thruster in the middle. That's the problem. So let's flip that back over so this is up. There we go. You know, I'd rather have these thrusters up one versus down one. So, yeah, we're going to disable that symmetry plane. There we go. And make sure that I put this between that. And go ahead and just do that. I want one layer of hardened steel. Not combat, hardened. Between that area, because if you're getting to that area, you're already screwed. However, if it comes in from the rear end and manages to blow it up, you don't want it blowing up anything else on the internals. And I like to surround thrusters with container extensions. As in, surround them, like, take up space with, like, container extensions, or take up space around them with, like, how do I say this? Okay, when I put thrusters here, I encase them in something that's going to prevent them from chain reacting. Outside that encasing, I usually fill up the space with things like fuel tanks, oxygen tanks, and container extensions. Now, the container controllers are placed in a way that they won't cause chain reaction, and they won't be chain reacted. It's a whole chain reaction resistance thing. However, if I don't put things like, if I don't put proper materials around the thrusters and they go boom, they can take out a whole lot more than just the thruster. And I don't want that, because that is horrible for players to lose more than you need to lose. And I just hate thinking that because I built something like this, the whole thing goes boom. When it comes to enemy ships, I like big booms. When it comes to my own ship, heck no. And I think that's pretty typical of any player, but I digress. Now, the reason that I put this so far inward and kind of screwed myself with the... And honestly kind of screwed myself with the placement here, and giving myself a headache here. Yeah, fine. I'll put it out 1. Fine. Ugh, I hate this game sometimes. Didn't I just have steel around that? Or what's going on here? Oh, I was doing that to the other ones. Okay, whatever. I'll fine-tune that in a minute. Let's see. Do I want to flip this so the up ones are behind? Yeah, let's go ahead and flip it. It's not going to harm the performance at all. So the reason I'm flipping these is purely aesthetic. It doesn't really matter, as far as I'm aware, whether the up thrust is in front of the down thrust, as long as they're... Are you going to give me a hard time? Am I going to have to... Okay, fine. Anyways, talking blocks again there. Let's see here. The reason I want this aesthetic is because I want that to go down to where the glass can see the thruster. There we go. And I'll work with that again. I'm going to have to cut this hallway, but we'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and copy that block. I don't need to copy that block, but I will. Go ahead and separate these by hardened steel. Let's go ahead and make that combat steel, just in case somebody upgrades them to plasma thrusters. But ideally, I don't want you to have to upgrade these to plasma thrusters, because it just eats up so much CPU upgrading them. And I'd prefer, personally, to use that CPU for more turrets or more redundancy. And we're going to go ahead and put a layer of hardened steel behind it. But I'm not going to go more than that. So that is usable space now. So those 2 thrusters are enclosed. I've got a whole bunch of empty spaces here, and that generator needs to go bye-bye. That generator needs to go bye-bye. And since that generator's gone, I need to get rid of the blocks that were surrounding it, because they were combat steel. So let's go ahead and do that up here as well. There we go. That'll save me a headache later. Again, shaving just a little bit of weight. Pop that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that as well. it's not hard to just replace these because you can just copy blocks like this. Now the ones on the rear end, the ones back here, these, I'm going to leave for the moment. If you want to take them out in your ship, feel free to do so, but I'm going to leave them there. Are you steel? Good. Oh, that was underneath that. Okay, whatever. Come on. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Go back to steel for the moment. And get that one. Right, yeah, that would help if I had symmetry plane on, but I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. I'll have to retexture that, and I'm not too worried about it. Just double checking that I have the proper... Again, hardened steel there. Oh gosh, that's where that block went. Okay. There we go. Extremely weak right there, but I'm not worried about it. As long as it's just splash damage taking it on, I'm not worried about it. Back to steel for there. And steel for this. Hardened steel for that. And we've got this sorted again. Okay, the back thrusters are cleared, and we can start working on the shaping here again. I hate to do this to my own ship, but I might have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that. Okay. On the plus side, this will fix that issue. I really didn't like the shaping there, and we're gonna go ahead and fix that. So, need to pull that out. To make sure that we have the proper level of block there. So let's put that there. And yes, I'm using a good way to remove all texture that's been applied to a block when you control copy is to just simply drag it out of your hotbar and put it back in. This will help save time like what I just did. And just a great little time saver. Try to include those in every video, but I've been failing a lot lately, and I apologize. This, in the business, is what we call a dirty refit. But I will do my best to make it better. Yeah, I didn't think about where to go with that, but that's alright. I really should think before I speak most of the time, but honestly, I don't always. It's on the side of the ship. I'm not gonna put another layer below it because there's already multiple layers there. Okay. Let's just go ahead and fill that in. And fill that in as well. There we go. Again, I'm not going to worry about the top because there's a layer of Xeno above it. And I hate the sneezes. Yeah, I figured that happened there. That doesn't surprise me. There we go. Please tell me you placed. Oh, you didn't place. You're bugged. Thanks. Okay, whatever. So whenever that happens and it doesn't fully deal symmetry plane, just place the thruster block again and place it somewhere where you can see the whole thing. Cut it, paste it, and just paste it where you want it to go, because that's really the only way to fix that sort of symmetry bug. And what happens with that is, so what happened there is I accidentally deleted a block that's, excuse me, adjusting the mic back to where it was before the sneeze. It was, as you can see here, I removed a block that is not just one by one. And occasionally it forgets, the engine, the game engine, the Unity engine, forgets that it's this shape, and it leaves behind a artifact block somewhere blocking it, and you can't see it. And there's no way to get rid of it besides doing what I just did there, which is pasting over it. And because you can't see it and you can't interact it with something like a multi-tool, you'll know it's there, but you'll know it's there because something's obstructed, but you can't do anything with it. So yeah, it's a known bug, and there's just nothing the devs can do about it because it's a Unity engine issue. And it's just one of the quirks of the game, and I really hope that me explaining how I fixed it helps you out. Are you... Oh, that's steel. Whoops, that's my bad. I need hardened steel. This is why I'm leaving this untextured at the moment. Well, it's one of the reasons I'm leaving it untextured at the moment, is so I know which block is which. Now, this shape is not going to line up very well. I know that, and I'm not too worried about that. We'll figure that out on the go. Yeah, I'll fix that the other way. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just change the time of day because it's been running this whole time and it's been getting progressively darker. And I apologize for not realizing that sooner. There we go. And we're just going to use steel here because it's easy. Next, we're going to grab this block. Now, as returning viewers are familiar with my channel, I love this particular block and this particular usage of shaping. It might not work here, but I still like it. Okay. So if I do... Let's try this. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Let's move it over one. I mean, it will be held up by those blocks, but or that particular block shaping group, but I'm not worried about that, considering where it is. So let's go ahead and grab that block and just finish this up so it looks good. And that is carbon substrate of all things, but whatever. Not too worried about that. So again, we're just going to grab a texture and a block with a texture applied so we don't have to waste the time texturing. And then reset it by doing that. Simple, elegant. Oh, ew. I don't want carbon there. So that will then lead up to combat steel, but again, because there's a layer above it, I'm not worried about it. More than one layer above it, I'm not worried about it. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to do with that particular shape there, so let's just do some experimentation. Because what I don't like doing... Ooh, that's good. No, that's not good. Okay, never mind. Let's go ahead and get this off my hotbar since I'm not using them. Let's move that over. Let's grab the Xeno. And instead of doing it that way, we're going to rotate it this way. Dang it. That looks good. Now, there is the problem of that glowy texture there, but who am I kidding? That's not a problem. Well, nice, that lines up really neatly right there. Okay, well that was less painful than I imagined. Why are you purple and then the other one's black? Or is that just... Is that just me, or is that something that's going on? Oh no, it's just the lighting. Oh, okay, whatever. Can you please rotate for me? Thank you. And of course I didn't have symmetry plane on, but you know what? That's not really a big issue. Well, it could be an issue depending on how long I didn't have that on, but... Okay, we'll turn symmetry plane back on. So I have to redo what I just did, but thankfully, because I know exactly what I just did, it's not an issue. However, I will change that up. There we go. Okay, and now all we have to do to fix that is simply remove blocks. Come on, copy what I want you to copy. Thank you. Really? That's what you decide to... What's going on there? Whatever. I'll fix it. There we go. Add a little bit of extra there. Put that there. And that's good to go. There we go. Did not want to copy that particular block there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Simple little fix for not remembering to turn on symmetry plane. I mean, nothing is simple in this. Nothing is simple, but you know what I mean. Now, there is the issue of that merger there. And, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with that at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this here and fill it in the best I can without messing with that particular shape. So we have this room here. I can fill that in with steel again. That's fine. Let's see. This is going to be... that's just going to be steel. That's fine. I need to do shaping here so that it looks like it fits there. So let's go ahead and do that. Excuse me, I'd rather have you I'd rather do that so I know what blocks I'm looking at. Do I need to surround this at the moment? No, I don't. Okay. So the only thing I do need to do is put it there. The rest of this can be... Oh, right. Yeah, the rest of this can be steel because there's not going to be anything relevant behind this, if that makes sense. So there's not going to be anything relevant behind that. That I don't know what I'm going to do with quite yet, but we're just filling in the gaps. This is going to be combat because I want to do... I just want the hit points. And we're going to do that. And since there's nothing behind it, I'm not going to worry about chain reaction. That's just going to be steel, so let's just copy that. Why is that? Oh, because of that. Okay. This just needs to be steel. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's the shaping re-added there. Just need to put another steel block here, and it maintains that look. Oops. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to do here. I really don't know. And what I'm very tempted to do is just Xeno this thing like that. As I said, tempted. Let's go ahead and copy the combat steel though. Nothing I can put down there at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about that. What the heck am I going to do here? Well, let's go ahead and get some heavy glass. Let's cut that. I'll have to redo this glass in a moment, but for now, I just am testing things. Let's see. I mean, there's no sense in doing that, so let's just... That'll work. And then these pieces. Why did I just pick that up? I don't need to pick that up. Let's see here. Copy you. Or not. Let's do these. This is just one of my go-to windows. Or I could be smart about this and just do the typical junction. There we go. We'll just do a typical junction there. That'll work. Not elegant, I know. It just is what it is. Let's cut that. Copy these. Okay, so I don't like that line in the middle. I really don't, but because of how it ends over there, I'm going to leave it. There we go. I'm happy with that. To an extent. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab... I want to grab this block. There we go. There we go. That way there's some visual... something visual to catch your attention. Did not mean to go into the warp core there. Now I can, additionally, add something in there that's going to look good. So let's go ahead and grab some of these consoles. I love using these consoles. I know a lot of people are just like, these consoles look like trash. They look like they're really old Unity assets. Of course they're really old Unity assets, but they still look good, in my opinion. I mean, what do you expect from a 10-year-old game? It's about... yeah, anyways. Don't need to go into that argument at the moment. Okay, let's do that color. Yeah, that lines up better. There we go. And we're just gonna color that white so that it gets... no, I want that... let's use the true white instead of the fake white. And what I mean by fake white is that, as you guys know, this texture gets turned to black with the whole color, so let's yeah, let's not do that. I have no idea how that piece got there, but whatever. There we go, that's been fixed. There we go. Symmetry plane is still on. I keep forgetting to check, or double check, but whatever. I'm good for now. Now this particular piece, I'm going to spend some time remodeling. Let's do this. I think I prefer this. Okay. And the reason I prefer this is because I can do this texture on it. Really? Oh, right. Okay. Well, at least I got the proper color. That's the important part. Just gonna go to that. I hope I'm using the right white here. Let's just double check. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. I don't like that particular texture there. Let's try that. Yeah, that's better. Right, that's gonna give me a headache. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's more interesting anyways. That'll work. And then for this particular annoyance, I don't really know what I'm gonna do there. I think what I can do is that'll work. It's not ideal, but it'll work. There, the corridor's kinda back to where it was. Not entirely happy with it, but I don't think I will be entirely happy with it. Those are the two constructors. I still haven't had a place to put the advanced constructors, and I think what we'll do is we'll put them back here to fill up this space again. So just going to put that there. And fill this. This was where container controller and container extensions was, which means that I need to leave that there. And yeah, that is how you do that is how you fix, literally how you fix really bad thruster torque. And I forgot to remove those, but those don't do anything. These right here literally did nothing to the pitch and the roll. They were redundant CPU wise. They did absolutely nothing. So went ahead and removed them. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. Now there are the thrusters here, but they are not as vital to the roll and the pitch, and you can probably remove them if you want. I don't know if I'm going to remove them. But that is how you deal with extreme deficits in thruster torque and pitch. And I had a whole list of fixes and changes that I needed to go through today. I only need one fusion reactor on this. Well, I didn't get to that. Need to add at least one advanced constructor. Again, didn't really get to that. I'll have to work on that behind the scenes. Entry ramp on the main bridge was taken away for some reason, and I think when I was doing this shaping here, I forgot to re-add it, or when I copy and pasted, oh, that's what happened. When I copy and pasted the bridge, it just disappeared. So I'll have to re-add that. Let's see what else is on the list. Turret loadout. I'll get back to that. Need to re-add container extensions. I'll get to that behind the scenes. And the teleporter does not have a signal. Again, I'll get to that behind the scenes. But thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I should have switched that out before I did that. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. I know I'm not like professional level here, but it really helps me out and it keeps me motivated to do this. Who am I kidding? I'm motivated to do this whether or not I have subscribers. I enjoy doing this, and this is why I do this. I don't do this because I'm earning money from it. I do it because I enjoy it. The money is nice. Please consider donating because it helps me do better. But I do this because it's fun. And because I like chatting with you guys, and I like learning more about the players in this game and learning from the creators in this game. So, remember to hit that like and that subscribe. Thank you to my patrons, JD Bruce and the Insane Aerospace Engineer. Join the Discord. It's where we chat, share images of our, share photos of our builds. We have a work in progress channel for builds. There is just general Empyrean chat, and if you have a question, I'll do my best to answer it or find an answer to it. If I don't know it, I will point you in the direction of where you can find the answer to it. Alright. Thank you, everyone. Remember to be kind to your fellow human. Or your fellow humans. I'm never gonna get used to living on this planet. Anyways, Banshee out.